What's up, guys? So when it comes to personal finance books or just building wealth in general, there are plenty of good books out there. I'd say it's actually a little bit oversaturated. One good one is Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I've read. Pretty good book. Another book that I've read a little bit of is F You Money by Dan Lok. Two really hot books, Think and Grow Rich. There's plenty of good books out there, but I feel like it's really missing a big market there, and that's the creative market. If you're into videography or art, graphic design, DJing, life coaching, whatever it is, a lot of these books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, they don't really cut it. They don't really cut it. And so I wanted to find a book that is really good for those targets. And there's just one book that is amazing. And that book is called You Are a Badass at Making Money by Sincero. Very powerful book. I love it. It's one of the best books on money that I've ever read. And I feel like this is the book that will motivate you if you are creative. Not Think and Grow Rich, not Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's this book here. I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I guess it's an okay of a book, but it's only really good if you've already been into finance and you've been pretty good with money your whole life, but you need that extra kick to get you going to make even more money. That's not what this book is about. This book is geared more towards people like you and I, people who like to create things, paintings, DJing, knitting clothes, life coaching. This book is meant for you if you want to make money. And I am seriously hell-bent on every creative person on the planet, every purpose-driven business owner, or anyone striving to build a business around their passion or purpose. This book is something that I highly recommend. Why do I recommend it so much? Well, personal story is that this book actually completely changed the way I thought about money, the way I look at rich people now, the way I look at wealth, the way I look at gathering money and earning money changed completely after I read this book, because I realized that a lot of my ways of thinking was that money is dirty, money is something that you don't want, money will corrupt you, and if you care too much about money, then you're not going to care about the environment. None of which is true. So what I love about this book is that in the beginning, Sincero starts off and just mentions to you that, money isn't good or bad. It's painted as something really neutral and something that you have to work towards, right? And once you work towards it, and if you're a good, kind-hearted person, you'll do good, kind-hearted things with that money. She also mentions that money really isn't that hard to attain at all. It's really just a bunch of these lies, these stories that we tell ourselves to keep us from making that money. When in actuality, especially now with the internet, there's so many ways to make money built around your passion. So the next point she mentions in this book is that money is really everywhere and not that difficult to attain. And if you just trust yourself, take the action that you need, you will. Whether you want to start your own business or your food truck, or whether you want to go online and outsource your photography or painting skills out to people, there's literally money everywhere, and you do not have to be ashamed about asking for it. It's simply there already, it already exists, and you just have to grab it. The next reason I am hellbent on every creative reading this book, especially the good, kind-hearted ones, is because she mentions in here that she drives through the point that good, mission-based people need to make a lot more money. That's just how it is. The world is not a perfect place, and right now we have the stereotype that there are a lot of rich people out there, and the only ones that are rich are the ones that want to ruin the planet, that only care about themselves, that don't care about a cause, they don't care about a passion, they don't have a hobby to change the world or to change things around. And I used to believe in that so deeply without me realizing. I used to believe in that and think that, rich people, they don't care about change, they only want plasma TVs and fancy Lamborghinis and big apartments, and that they don't care about their ecological footprint, when actually none of that is true. Jen mentions that people who have a purpose or want to help the homeless or want to help the environment or help nature, the best thing for you to do is really become rich so that you can have a hand at finally changing things. Not all rich people like to buy fancy cars or fancy apartments. A lot of people actually like to do different things with it. So for example, for me, if I were to have a lot of money, or if I were to get rich, I think some of the things that I don't care about and that I'm making an effort not to spend money on. My thinking is that if I were to inherit like lots of money tomorrow, like $5 million showed up in my bank, there are a couple things that I wouldn't spend money on. I would not spend it on a fancy home. I would not spend it on fancy cars. I wouldn't spend it on fancy clothes, because that's not me. That's not what I care about. What I do care about is having my own place in Los Angeles. Spending money on rock climbing gear or outdoor gear. Spending money on workout clothes. Spending money on vacation and travel, because that's what I care about and that's what I will spend money on. And just in causes that I believe in. If you have a mission, if you see something within people that you want to change, maybe you want to help people through depression, maybe you want to help the homeless, whatever it is, it requires money, and it's up to you to make that change. So then, after that introduction of why you should be rich and why you should make money, Jen walks you through your subconscious beliefs that hold you back from making money. Again, another thing different from other wealth management books, because those books will tell you about how to make it, or why you should get into investing, and maybe give you like a little bit brush through of some spiritual motivation for you to move forward. But this girl, Jen, knows her audience, knows that a lot of creatives love meditating and are all about the spiritual life, and so she spends like a whole chapter, 2 chapters, walking through your subconscious beliefs. She dives really deep into spirituality and talks about why you don't believe that you're making money, why you feel like money can't come to you, why you believe that money is hard to find, and that's because we keep telling these stories to ourselves that we got from our childhood or from somewhere else, that money is scarce, money is hard to make, when in reality it's everywhere. Keep in mind that your beliefs shape up your words shape up your thoughts shape up your action, which then shapes up your reality. So your beliefs eventually become your reality. The invisible creates the visible, which is what you base your money around. I love this book so freaking much. If you're a creative person out there, I urge you to go and get it. She spends the rest of the book, I think 12 chapters or so, just showing you how to bust your ass and get moving, so that you can get over your fear, get over whatever's holding you back, and get into the playing field so that you can make money. Now, You're a Badass at Making Money is a really good book. It covers the theory behind making money. It gives you the beliefs. It gives you the foreground on why you should make money. It gives you the motivation, but it's not the most practical guide out there. I feel like a really good practical guide for making money is this book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. This book is amazing for beginners who don't quite know how to manage their money in the first place. This book, if you've never touched a personal finance book, if you've never read a blog post or anything on it, this book is amazing, because in just 4 weeks of reading time, you'll get it. You'll understand how to run your money. You'll understand how to run your finances, just like a good regular financial person would. I actually read this book in 2015. He wrote his first edition in 2009, but this new edition came out literally just a month ago in 2019, and it's updated, and he's included some psychology and motivation in this book as well to help you earn money and manage it like a pro. So those are the 2 books that I recommend. You're a Badass at Making Money, and I Will Teach You to Be Rich. If you're curious about these books, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, great night, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.